Okay, well let's talk about Haas because it's on my mind, so I wanted to get to it. And last week we talked about Romain Grosjean, or yeah, no, I think it was last week, before after the 70th anniversary Grand Prix, and we were mentioning about his hot button radio messages about anytime a driver gets close to him, and and he did it again. I don't know if you saw this, but I noticed it in the top 10 onboards. Giovanazzi, the battle that they had, I think it was turn one and then turn two. Giovinazzi pulled off just a fine move, racing move, completely within the limits. Grosjean like barely went off track,
Oh
barely
yeah.
they didn't even touch, and Grosjean's on the radio like, "Oh man, mate, he hit me off the track." He's honestly like I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a great driver. He's been on the podiums, but he's really starting to piss me off as of late.
Yeah, that was. I think he was like I swear he was doing that like for the banter. Like he was just doing it to be like watch
he
them
has
freak
to,
out over
yeah.
this, because it was it wasn't even close. He wasn't even he was had like two wheels off the track. I was like what? So
Yeah.
he has to be doing it on purpose just to screw with people. No,
I,
I mean I think it's hilarious if he is doing it that way.
I hope he is because if he's genuine, then like he needs to immediately resign as president of the Grand Prix Drivers Association because he does that, and then he almost kills Kimi Räikkönen down on turn one when he swerves in his way. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's I still can't believe he's the president of the Grand Prix Drive. Like I think that's the biggest meme of 2020 right
it
now.
definitely has to be. Oh my God! Just imagine those meetings there. It, Kimi involved and like Ricardo, the battle he had afterwards. And what popped in my mind too was because I wanted to make a note on Leclerc's seatbelt thing. Just remind me to get to that afterwards.
Mm.
What reminded me when that happened, I immediately thought of Grosjean in 2017 when they were in that drivers meeting, and he's like, "Charlie, can you undo the belts or not?" That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, yeah. But a simple question, Charlie. Yes or no? I mean, can you undo them or no?
No. Okay. And then who
But
did?
Hamilton was
Yeah,
then
he like
blames
threw him
Hamilton.
under the bus, and Hamilton's like, why do you care? Like, yeah, I'm just saying that. Excuse me. If he's being serious, and I hope you're right. I hope that he's just feeding into the banter and the memes. But if he's serious, man, like somebody needs to sit him down and be like, okay, look, just because somebody gets close to you, doesn't mean. I mean, I don't know if you saw when Raikkonen and George Russell had their little battle going into turn two, and Raikkonen had like a huge lick of oversteer and almost ran into the side of him. If that was Grosjean, he would have had a stroke in the car. He would have pulled the car over and got out and just like threw his hands up in the air. So it's like, man, that like it's one thing to be like legit dangerous driving, but it's another thing when somebody just goes wheel to wheel. Like that's what we want. So I hate these drivers where they complain about sometimes like, oh, like they don't let us race, and then when they do let you race, you're immediately on the radio talking about black flags and report this to the steward. So yeah, he's just been getting on my nerves lately.
That's fair. I don't blame you.